What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's cracking, lady? It's your boy. It's your boy T Dub. Hey, under the Stiz House, the God in man form, and the Prophet de jour. What's up? What's cracking, lady, baby? Welcome to Thailand TV Thursday night edition. You know what I'm saying? This is my love edition. We're gonna talk a little love. We're gonna talk a little about relationships. We're gonna talk a little bit about significant others. We're gonna talk basically about good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. That's what tonight's show is about. And helping to build an ideal for better your relationship. Period. That's all it is. I mean, it's just suggestions. You know what I mean? So if you listen to it, blessings. But if you don't, pass it on to somebody else because it might help them. You know what I mean? And because everything ain't for everybody, but that's why I do this. That's why I do my shows. To give you information, man, to talk to the people, man, talk to the masses, and plus, it's the information highway. And I just want to get on here and just try to get my information to how many people I can affect. And if it does something good for you, positive for you, changes things for you, if it's some words that you needed for the day, blessings to me, you know what I'm saying? And blessings to you for listening to it. So, and shout out to everybody, man. Much love. The weather's getting warm out in Minnesota, boy. The weather's getting warm in Minnesota, man. You know, you're going to see some people, it's 30 something degrees today, man. You're going to see some people in some shorts, tank tops, you know what I mean? Sandals, you know what I'm saying? Flip flops in Minnesota right now. That's how we roll. Hey, people ain't made like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth and proof of how it is, right? So, but yeah, man, shout out to everybody, man, in Minnesota, my people, my loves, man. This is where we at. This is where I started at. This is where everything became real to me. This is where I learned everything. This is where I was educated. This is where I learned the ins and the outs, the do's and the don'ts. Um, and you know, so this is why I love Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the best places I've never been to on the face of this planet because I've been to a lot of places. So if the people don't understand how strong and powerful we are in Minnesota yet, after I've been telling y'all, Minnesota's a mecca. So you know what I mean. But I see ice. They moving the ice up out of here. See what they was expecting. See, this is what y'all don't get. Peak game, and I be saying to y'all, this is what y'all don't get. The last time they pulled off some fool shit like this, we burnt the motherfucker down. They brought motherfucking, excuse my language, man. I've been a little bit tipsy tonight. That's why I was a little bit late. But they brought in them people, right? They brought in them people. We burnt down stuff, police stations. We burnt down the city, right? And if you think about it, that's basically what they were in anticipation of. But now they see that we on some more, you know, political, intelligent ways of doing what we do. That's why I told you that's the whole reason why they infiltrated us right now. Because Minnesota, we're melting. We are the definition of what America is supposed to be. That's why they came here. There's no other place on this map. When you really, if you can really educate yourself, there's no other place on the face of this map. I lived in Cali. I lived on the East Coast. I hung out and dealt with people from the South. No knock to none of them. But when it comes to being educated, a lot of those places have problems. A lot of them. But when it comes to education, Minnesota doesn't. And a lot of places that we don't have problems with have a high population of minorities. Fuck with them what I'm saying, man. I know it be sounding weird sometimes because, like I said, it sounds weird to me too. That's the whole reason why they came here. They prepared themselves for us to burn it down like we did last time, but we didn't. We got on some more political shit. And now they're getting the hell up out of here. Peep the gems I'll be speaking, man. Great job. Blessings, man, to everybody, man. We didn't lose the amount of people we could, and they're getting up out of here. So good job to everybody, man. And keep holding tight and keep holding strong and keep knowledge of your laws. Keep knowledge of the laws. I was actually that's the reason why I was late today. I was hanging out with my peoples, you know what I'm saying, the middle school peoples, my middle school fam, you know what I mean? Cool. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, say too much because, you know what I mean, and, you know, we got our little thing, I was hanging out with them tonight, and it was good. One of the people that I was hanging out with was one of the history teachers. Just to hear his perspective on what he does and how he does it. You know, it's good to have those moments with people, your coworkers, especially when it comes to working in the school system with kids. You know, it's good to kind of know who you're dealing with, because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, based on the curriculum, based on the rules and things like that we have to abide by, it's difficult to find out who is who and you know what they are, right? So these are those moments tonight that we have, that we get, that we are able to see each other for who we are. And big ups to my Rosemont Middle School crew. They cool peoples, man. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, we're gonna get into relationships, man, tonight, man. We're gonna keep it on topic tonight. I try to make sure that I do that. Everything that I talk about, even my daily affirmations, because my daily affirmations is first. I come with my daily thoughts, things I see in the news, social media, whatever. It's gonna be tuned to love, relationships, that type of stuff. And then eventually we'll get on topic of what tonight's show is about. Effort and accountability. And that's a lot. It's a lot. It's a heavy. If you really real about it, it's a heavy, right? But yeah, we're gonna talk about some little things, man. So, ladies, why y'all be coming at dudes all the time, man, about this toxic masculinity stuff? I want to know. I want to know why these ladies be coming at the fellas about this toxic masculinity stuff. Because, and the reason why I want to know is because y'all be taking on the traits of the toxic masculine. If the toxic masculine is so horrible, like if it's like the worst thing on the world to ever be is a toxic masculine person, why are you trying to be a toxic masculine person? And I know a lot of ladies will get some feedback, because like I say, when I spit stuff, I observe. So I know that the comeback is going to be, well, y'all men made us have to be like that. And I get that argument. But in today's society, in 2026, no, we are not. You don't have to be like that now. Like, we live in a world that y'all made. You can be whatever you want to be. We have people, we have children. I heard that they have a school where they had to make a playpen, a kennel playpen for a kid that's identified himself as a dog. I'm sorry, ladies, and I know y'all get mad at me sometimes, but sometimes, like I said, this is what the show's about: effort and accountability. Effort and accountability. So on the accountability side, ladies, you got to take this one for the team. Men did not sit there and say it's okay for this to happen. We did not. I don't care what y'all say. You can't point one. Hey, you can point a lot of men that heard your argument and said, okay, we agree with you. You can find a lot of men that did that, but you can't find a lot of men that say, hey, you know what? We need to go ahead and allow these young people to identify themselves as animals, bunnies, dogs, trees if they want to. I don't know about that. So, ladies, you gotta take one for the team, man. It's your squad. Y'all made that equality stuff happen. So you see that, right? And you see these young people doing that. It's like, at what point do you say, maybe equality ain't like what they say it is? I'm not, hey, look, I'm an angel's advocate. I'm just saying, at what point do you say that? Because, I mean, everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of ladies think that everything, but ladies have more rights than men do. Ladies can stand up and literally scream and make more things happen than a man standing and screaming can do. You can make more things happen by standing up and just screaming. You can change the whole event. You can have people taken away. You can have people's lives changed. All of them just standing up and just screaming. I don't think a man can do that. I'm just saying. I get it. Like I said, this is my relationship shows. So these shows basically have to do with relationships with people. Good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes some of those people that do that kind of stuff, they're not good people. They're not doing it for reasons that are in the best interest of themselves and the people that they're in relationships with. You know, they're just trying to gain an advantage for themselves. And there are some ladies that are like that. You know, and I think the equality movement has unfortunately been put into the hands of some of those types. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So you got them your peoples, ladies. Y'all know most of y'all ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't think like that. That ain't the whole purpose of why you did what you do. But the ones out here that is like that on some foul stuff, you got to be. This is what the show's about, man. Effort and accountability, right? And I think that at some point in time, you got to be accountable. Because at all times, not at some point in time, at all times, you got to be accountable for your people, regardless if they're good or bad. You know, I talk about that all the time, and I get that. Like with the whole situation with the coaches and things, coaches I be talking about. Sometimes it be like that. It's like you gotta be. You can't say everybody you messing with and dealing with in your life is always perfect. So you can't get mad when somebody points them out about something that they did was wrong, right? You know what I mean? Like all they can do is just fix it. You know what I'm saying? That's where the realness come out in people. All of us as people and humans is when we just decide to say, "Hey, we're gonna fix it." You know, and in relationships, that plays the biggest part in relationships because you're setting a you're setting a tone to say, "Hey, look, I know I make mistakes. I do. I know I make mistakes, but don't worry about it. I'll fix it. I'll make it all right." And that's the biggest thing you can do. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing you do. Um, and stop acting like that masculinity is horrible, ladies. It's not. No, we cracking, man. Dudes is cracking. That's why y'all want to. That's why ladies want to do that. That's why they want to do that, man. Um. So I peeped out this one thing that said this post that says Flint, Michigan has officially replaced all 11,000 lead pipes after 10 years of activists refusing to give up. Every home now has clean water as a true victory for people power. Like things like that, man. Things like that. Like I'm an angel's advocate. This one. This is what I do. This is what I do. I play angel's advocate. So on one side, I'm like, okay, why did it take so damn long to get this done? Right? Like, why would you wait so long to provide people with clean water when you have the ability to give it to them? Why would it take so long to make that change? Right? That's the first thing. But then on Angel's Advocate, it's like, why now? Like, what are you doing? Because I heard uh uh um I heard that they're trying to rechange Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So why all of a sudden now you finna change the pipe and all 11,000? No problem. And that's just me, man. My mind thinks differently than everybody else. Everybody just thinks celebration. Hey, it's a good job. It's a success. We won. We got it. It's a win for us, right? But I'm thinking like, how? Why? Why do we win now? You've been fighting for this for over 20, 30, 40 years. Why now? Right? That's just me. It's how my mind thinks. But it is a win too. Like I said on the first part of it, it is a win. I think, especially for that area of people who have not uh, been able to have or access good, healthy water. That when I first was hearing about that when I was younger, man, I was like, you got to be kidding me. That's crazy. I seen a post talking about, according to new survey, married men are happier than unmarried men. So the post is married men are happier than unmarried men. And unmarried women are happier than married women. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm going to read it again for you. It says, according to a new survey, married men are happier than unmarried men. And at the same time, unmarried women are happier than married women. What was that? That don't sound like some numbers that should be right. That don't sound like some numbers that should be right, but I believe it's true. I believe that a lot of men that I know have become better men when they were married and just seem better. Life seems better. Um, Things that are going on for them and everything is better. And then from what I've been seeing on social media and some conversations, what I've seen is that, just in conversations, women that have been single are, you know, living their best life, and I think those crosshairs of numbers are kind of like, I think that's disrespectful for our race. I think it's totally disrespectful for our race to say that we're totally opposite like that. I think the men and the women need to get together better, man, to fix those numbers. It's only going to work if they work together, because if men are happier when they're married and women are not, and then women are happy when they're single but men are not, there's got to be some kind of conversation, man. It's got to be some kind of a situation where people communicate a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Because the ladies apparently are saying that when they're in relationships, they ain't getting the most out of what they want. And the guys are saying, and guys are telling you, ladies. I mean, I just gave you the numbers, man. Or the post. I don't know the numbers specifically. I can go into it, but the guys are saying they want to be married. I mean, that's what it's telling me. It's telling me the guys are saying that they want to be, because I'll be hearing about ladies saying that guys don't want to be married, and I'm like, how? When it's saying, studies are saying men are happy when they're married. Guys want to be married, ladies. Like, that's like all the stuff and everything you stand up for and everything you fight about. Guys want to be married. Like, we want to have, that marriage is one person, right? That's what it is, right? And it means that guys want that. Something happens along the way, but guys generally want that, ladies. This is game. You know me. I gave you your 30 days. I gave y'all 30 days of spitting game to y'all, giving y'all heads up about the mindset of these men and how we talk. Now, I told you, primarily it's going to be about dudes. But ladies, man, men want to be married. Something's happening. It ain't us, because we want to be married. We want that. So now it's on you. Oh shit. Who was popping it off, man? That's a video that came up. 65% of men say the one time they opened up emotionally, they were met with shame, judgment, or silence. Ladies, you gotta stop being hard on dudes when they open up to you. You gotta stop using that against dudes, man. You gotta stop making dudes feel bad about telling you some sobby ass damn story that they've been waiting to tell somebody. Because most of the time, a lot of us dudes, we have those stories. We have those moments that we just waiting to. Man, I couldn't believe when he came around the corner, I was scared. I mean, I knocked the motherfucker out, but when he first came around, I was like, whoa, it's about to go down. You know what I'm saying? We waiting to tell somebody that moment, and then y'all be using it. Like, yeah, remember when that big boy came around the corner, you was ready to fold, wasn't you? Your weak ass. So now I can't tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you nothing. You know what I mean? So ladies, take it easy on these fellas. Stop calling them sassy for opening up a day about their feelings, man. Just open up with them, be vulnerable with them, listen to them. I'm telling you, ladies, I'm giving you guys jewels, man. Like, you can take this, I'm saying, blessings. If you don't, it just wasn't meant for you. You know what I mean? That's how I roll. So please take these jewels, man. It only can help. The reason why it may sound odd to you is because these are for good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. If you an asshole, if you just trying to be a player, whatever, of course, what I'm saying might sound crazy. Just how it is. I know the territory. Talking to the people that want to be in good shits with good shits. You know what I mean? I think that I think now is a good time that proves all lives matter, and I think that Black Lives Matter is a um, is in a situation to where people understand it now. I think people understand why we were protesting Black Lives Matter, um, and there's nothing wrong with us mourning. Um, I think people mourn differently. I think Black people mourn physically and aggressively, um, especially when wrongdoing has been done to us. And I think the white Americans are seeing now why we have been like that, because some of the things that have happened to people of their descent is like, what the fuck? And I've put a post about this before. Like, I tell people this all the time, we understand. We've been going through it for 450 years, 450 years. So, um, we understand it. But as a people, we need to join together and as a village, make these rules, know your laws, and be together with each other, y'all. What was I talking about before? I was looking at something. Hold on. Oh, I want to talk about how, real quick, before I go on to today's topic, I want to talk about, I seen a post that says, in 2025 report confirmed that 51% of all internet traffic is now non-human bots. Half the time you're arguing with someone online, you aren't fighting with a person, you are training an AI. The internet is already dead. So the reason why that was peculiar to me is because a lot of the stuff that I've been seeing on there right now, I think about myself, I think about my podcast, I think about how raw this is. This room is raw, me, and just raw, my hair, not fixed up. I'm not 100% all shaved. I'm just raw. I'm real raw because I feel like I'm just giving you information, right? I think the way we clean ourselves up and camouflage ourselves and apply all this stuff all to ourselves, I think that actually helps AI, because right now you can tell, like, I'm raw, like I'm raw. You can tell this is real. You know what I'm saying? This is not AI. You can tell. And I think with everybody, the way they're doing things, we're getting to the point where now the blurriness of what AI is and what it ain't. I mean, ladies, I'm seeing like, I'm seeing like, what's this whole little trend that went around right now where everybody's doing the whole little chat GBT make me a character person? First of all, I'm not a follower. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm speaking about me. I know how people are. But I'm just not a follower. I don't follow trends, man. Like, I follow, like, I acknowledge things that are hot, but I don't follow trends. And a big thing for me is basically how, real and raw I give in my information, um, especially in today's society with all this stuff going on with, with the ladies and ladies. I already was speaking about makeup. We already talked about makeup, but now you got filters. You got filters. You got AI. Now you got. I'm gonna end on this. I'm gonna end on this note before I'm gonna end my daily affirmations and go into my topic after this. But now you guys got the infamous skinny mirror. You guys, you guys got the skinny mirror. Hey, man, hey, this is not personal, man. I love, man. Only reason why I talk about the ladies is because I love the ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the ladies. Y'all cool, man. I love the ladies. Shout out to all the ladies. These are the decades of the ladies, man. I roll with y'all. But now y'all got the skinny mirror, bro. Like, some of y'all putting up posts, y'all skinny. Y'all is not skinny. Hey, man, this ain't hey. This back up, back up. Hey, man, this ain't no hate. This ain't no hate, man. This is real. I speak real. I don't speak should be. I speak real. But now y'all got the skinny mirrors, man. Hey, what's gonna happen when you pull up on a first? Y'all ladies don't think about that stuff, do y'all? Why? what gonna happen when you pull up on the first day after you've used makeup, you use filter, you use AI, now you're using a skinny mirror, you got BBLs, all this. You got, what happens when you pull up? Like, why y'all be getting so bad at dudes when they be like, man, we out? I'm gonna end it on this note, man. The skinny mirrors, man. Hey, man. Do y'all thing, ladies. Do y'all things, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it, man. But hey, I mean, y'all know how I do, man. Tonight we talking about my man, my guy, my guy, my guy. Larry Fitz. Larry Fitz. Mr. Go Get It. I nicknamed that man Mr. Go Get It. In the heart. Blessings, man. Blessings, man. Blessings, man. Larry Fitz, man. Little cuz, man. You in the Hall of Fame, man. On God, man. On God, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's what they do this for. This is what they do that for. This is everything that they do that for. And shout outs to you, man. Shout out to you, cuz. I love you, man. Good shit. Get that jacket. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. My God, man. I remember when he was little babies, man. I remember him and my brother were little babies, man. When they was little baby, I remember when him and my brother were little babies, and they looked at each other and they said, "I'm gonna go to the NBA. I'm gonna go to the NFL." I still remember that day. That's why I do what I do, because I still remember that day when those young men looked at each other and made a pledge to each other they were going to go there. And they both went there. That light in these young kids. That light in these young kids. As long as we don't allow them to dim that light, they can always succeed in whatever they want to be, whatever they can imagine being. Sometimes it's us that creates enough roadblocks for them to not do it. That's why I do what I do. Because I help them see that light and I help them remove them roadblocks. That's what I do. But man, look, let's talk about effort and accountability tonight. I want to talk about the way relationships work when it comes to effort and accountability. You got to understand that one thing, especially my mom always taught me about just life in general. What you put into it is what you get. Like just that off in general. And starting off on that in general, blessings to my mother who taught me that. Because it's what you put into something is what you're gonna get out. Period. Like it doesn't work any other way. It does not work any other way. What you put into it, you get out of it. If you bust your ass, you'll get something out of it. You'll get something out of it. You know, I think one of the sayings nowadays that goes around is matching energy. Matching energy. Matching your energy. I'll match your energy, right? And where I think people fail at that is because I think people match the negative energy. People don't match the positive. And a lot of times when people say, why don't you call me? Oh, because you hadn't called me. I'm matching your energy. Well, I called you every day before. I called you for 2 weeks straight every day. I text you first thing in the morning every day for 2 weeks. I didn't text you one day. You didn't text me at all. I looked up and said, damn, well, okay. So the next day, I still didn't get a text from you at all. Damn. Okay. So the next day, I still didn't get another text from you. Okay. Finally, I reach out to you and say, hey, what's up? And then you tell me I'm messing your energy. No, you ain't. Because I just text you for a whole week first. So if you're matching my energy, then that means you owe me a whole week of texting me first. That's matching my energy. That's matching energy, because that's the point. People don't really match the energy. They match the negative energy. They match the things that you do wrong so that they can not hold you accountable for the things that you did right. And yeah, what I just said sounds stupid, because society made you think that. But if somebody's putting in effort, you have to match that effort. Unless you want to tell them, hey man, look, this ain't it. But if you give them any inkling as to an interest and you make them believe that it's something that they can actually attain and be a part of, then you have to match the same energy, the same thing they're doing. Even the negative, cool, fine. You want to match the negative, fine, but you got to match the positive. I had a situation, I told you about this before, man. A young lady that I was messing with before, way before my girl. But was dating her. Thought I was dating her, right? But she had a little situation that she was dealing with at the same time. You know what I mean? I had to deal what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? I still did what I had to do, right? But I would hit and be like, yo, what's up? You know, leave a message. Okay, cool. I'll leave a message. All right, bam. Next day, so hey, you know, leave a message again. All right, boom. And finally, I hit answer. Oh, well, I'm busy. I'm busy. Oh, okay, all right, cool. What's up? What you gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Or you gonna be busy? I don't know what I don't know how my life. Okay, all right. So then I hit up that day. Oh yeah, you free today? All right. Well, yeah, you are. Oh, okay, bad. What's up? Let's get back. I don't know. I'll let you know. Okay. All right. Cool. Whatever. Finally, don't hit for like a couple of days. I'm busy making moves on my own. Hit back finally. I thought about you. Okay, hey, what's up? What's up? I just thinking about you. What's up? What you feeling? Well, you ain't hit me in 2 days. I'm matching your energy. You are, huh? Okay. Because your energy hasn't asked me on a date once. I've asked you on a date a couple times. So how you matching my energy? Some people conveniently use that matching energy shit. Matching effort is bullshit. Peep that. It's peep. If you gonna match it, match it. If you gonna talk about that matching energy stuff, match it for real and see what happens. Just like I said, these are just suggestions that I make for good people that want to be in good relationship with good people. If you really wholeheartedly do, the suggestions that I'm making will make it better. I promise you. I promise you. The suggestions that I'm making for somebody that doesn't want to be in a good relationship is gonna make the person that they're with like them. So of course they're gonna be like, well, they don't want to be in a good relationship. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? You have to own your effort. You have to own your effort level. Whatever you do, are you sure that you're putting in 100%? The reason why I talk this way, like I said, I have a Monday show where I talk about sports. This is really why I talk the same, because everything I talk about applies to everything in life. So in a relationship, it's the same thing as when I talk to my kids about how much effort are you putting out there. The same thing in relationship. How much effort are you really putting out there? How much effort are you really putting down for your relationship to make it work? For real. Like when you really sit there and think about it, when you sit there and think about it by yourself, about you and what you're doing, how much effort are you really putting in for your relationship? And one of the biggest things that people probably don't understand is how much effort of what the other person is asking you are you really putting in? That's the real shit. That's the real shit. That's the real question. A lot of people just like, I'm busting my ass for this relationship. I've been doing this. Yeah, I get that. But how much of that effort is what your partner been asking? There's people that go to the store and buy their stuff, partner or something, or go to the go get something, go get some food and buy their partner something, or go buy them a gift, and it's not even something that they don't like. They love blue, you buy them something red, but you thought it was cute. There's people that are out there that are really like that, and they think that they're pissed off because their effort was 100%. No, the fuck it wasn't. Your effort was 100% for somebody that likes red. It wasn't 100% for somebody that likes blue. Do you see the difference? And that comes into play where you have love languages. Person likes to be rubbed and touched. Rub and touch them. Don't keep giving them motherfucking what is it called? Excuse my language. But don't keep giving them like words of affirmation, telling them how great they are, and never touch them when they're actually a touchy-feely type of person. You got to touch and feel them. That's where the effort comes into play at, because once you start to learn and get educated about what that person likes, now you have to be willing to give that. That's where the effort really comes in at. And learning is a part of effort, because you're showing that you want to be better for the relationship. I get it. If this, I'm talking about for the relationship. You want to be better for the relationship. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people might want to say, okay, well, that's not make me a better person. And I get that it may not make you a better person, but the suggestions that I'm making will make you a better person for your relationship. For real shit. Real talk. I'm cocky with my shit. I know, because I've seen it work before. I've looked in the eyes of my lady and I tried it. I've tried some of these things just to try some of these things, and it works. Women talk a different language. Love languages are different. Women talk a totally different language than us. To understand that, you got to put in the effort. You got to put in the work of learning that. You know, just like, well, and you know me, fellas, I do the same thing. Angel Advocate, the ladies do too. The ladies have been in a standstill about learning our shit, but they have to do it. It's not gonna work if they don't. You know, because you have to you have to. I've spoke about this before. I spoke about my last show about being friends. You know, about people being friends with each other. You got to be friends first and foremost, man. You got to like the person that you're with. You got to want to be with the person that you're with. You got to want to be around that person. Because I ask people about love and shit like that, and they talk about why you talked about things like why you listen to your boss but don't listen to your man and women. And the answer that when people, especially women in this particular situation, would say, because I get paid. And it's like, you view your relationship worse than a job? Because at your job, all you're doing is getting paid. That's really all you're doing is getting paid. It's different from my situation. I work with kids, but whatever. People work with people, whatever. But you know what I'm talking about. Basically, all that is happening at the job is you're getting paid. And people view that as more important than relationships. And you shouldn't, because the currency you're getting is love and time, which is more expensive than money. Society has switched that around for us. You got to be able to recognize that. Love and money are more expensive. Or excuse me, love and time are more expensive than money. Y'all got to know that. I can't be the only one telling you that, for real. And once you start to realize that, I think you become better with being real about your efforts. And that holds a strong candle to how we deal with accountability. Because once you can be real with your efforts, you can start to realize, okay, these are the things that I'm lacking at. These are the things that I'm good at. These are the things that I'm willing to change, and these are the things that I'll work at. And you'll take ownership. You'll take ownership. Accountability is taking ownership. Accountability is saying, you know what? I'm a part of whatever situation just happened. And this is the part that I played in it. That's really what accountability is. It's saying to yourself, I played this role in what happened. Because think about a lot of things that you go through in life that you didn't do anything. You were just an observer. You didn't have to take accountability for it, did you? Nope, because you weren't a part of it. You just watched. You're like, oh, damn. Shit, that motherfucker jumped off the bridge. Whoa. Yes, yeah. Hey, that's fucked up shit. Damn. You know what I mean? Right. But then you can sympathize, you can do whatever, man. You can go fund me, whatever. Right? But it's not, you didn't have, but when you're dealing with somebody in a relationship in a situation and you go and argue with that person and you bully that person or whatever, and then they go and do something like that, now you've had something to do with that. You have to take accountability for it. And we're not talking about that heightened of situations. All we're talking about is mainly relationships, being in relationships, girlfriend, boyfriend, marriage, breakups, cheating, infidelity, children. Those are things where two people have to get together and make a decision, figure something out. And you have to figure out what your part and your role in how that situation transpires. And you have to be real about it, man. Victim mentality is sickening. Everybody, that's why accountability is taking a dump right now. Because people always want to play the victim, man. People want to be like, oh, well, I was for. Look, man, I'm going to tell you something right now, man. If I can't look at you and look at the person you was with, and I can't see them as a person who pulled out a gun and locked you in a cage and told you that you can't do nothing but what they say, or they going to pop, then I'm finding it hard to believe that you were forced to do anything. That's just how I view things. And I know people are going to jump down my shirt, my throat, and I get it. But it's Thailand TV. This ain't your TV. It's mine. So I'm going to say what I want to say. And that's how I feel about it sometimes, with that victim mentality. I think people play that card so well because they don't want people to really understand or do or understand the things that they did that may be wrong to anybody else that hears the story. So they play that victim part. And you got to get rid of that, man. When it comes to these relationships with good people, man, with good relationships with good people, man, if you want to be that good person, you got to get rid of that. You got to be willing to apologize. Fellas, we got to be willing to apologize because we just know that deal. Ladies, we all know getting a woman to apologize is like pulling teeth. We all know this. We do. But it's love. It's progression. We gonna make it work. But ladies, y'all gotta get better at that, man. Y'all gotta get better at apologizing and letting guys know that they was right. Nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you can roll with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with it, man. I think honesty is the biggest policy. I think making sure that we understand how to take ourselves out of our own shoes. Huge. Realizing how to take ourselves out of our own shoes and look at the situation. Because when you're able to do that, you're able to see, okay, what did I do? Was that the thing? Was that the turning point? Was when I did what I did? If you don't have to take yourself out of your own shoes. Because otherwise you're always like, but that person did this, or that person did wrong, or that was wrong, that was terrible. Oh, they did me wrong, right? Living by the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I think that's a big thing. I think it's a very big thing. I treat people real. I'm real. I don't lie. I try to. Man, there have been cases where I've had to tell a little white one, but most of the time I'm real with you. You know where you stand with me. I don't hide shit. I'm real. I'm transparent, and that's a huge thing because I think people having ultimate goals in life, dealing with people that have ulterior motives, is a fucked up situation to be in. And nowadays in 2026, I think people think it's okay to play people. It's okay to play on people. It's okay to hide information. It's okay to withhold information. It's like almost like the more secrets we can keep away from somebody, the cooler we are, you know. And it's like that's whack. You know what I mean? But I'm a big believer in karma and discernment. Discernment, especially karma. I've always been a person who believed in that. But discernment, ever since I met my woman, she's taught me the strength and ability of discernment within itself. Um, so I'm a true believer in that. That's why I try to make sure I fly right, be honest, and do the things I'm supposed to do, and be where I'm supposed to be at. Because one thing I remember, and I'm gonna close on this right now. One saying that I always used to remember is that it's better to have loved than to not have loved at all. And you know, being in the situation I'm in now, being loved the way that I'm being loved, I would never have wanted to go through life any different because I wouldn't be here now. So, but thank you guys, man. I appreciate everybody that checks in on my show, man. Much love to y'all, man. Blessings, man. It's your boy 800. This out. It's the God and the Prophet de jour, baby. I'm gonna leave y'all on that note. It's better to be loved than to not have loved at all. Good night.